Welcome back to Ask Alan about low carb cocktails. This is the second week that I'm going to be going over some cocktails with what I've learned is perhaps the first spirit to be distilled anywhere in the world. This is a pre-rum spirit that does use either sugarcane or molasses, but this version of it has a red rice that is malted red rice that is added to the sugar or molasses prior to the distillation process. This has a very unique taste. It's a little bit of an agricole taste, but definitely has very unique taste, and I think it's something that you'd enjoy. So join with me this week as we go over another cocktail made with this distinct spirit. Hello, and welcome back to Ask Alan about low carb cocktails. Last week I started this look at this Batavia-Arrack spirit, which, as I explained and gave a little bit of history behind it, is thought to be the world's first distilled spirit. It's got a unique taste. It is a bit like got a little bit of an agricole taste to it. Definitely has a funky rum taste, and it tasted very good in the cocktail from last week. But this week we're going to do a little bit different cocktail. It is a version of a jet pilot called a smoking jet pilot. So let's go ahead and get into that. This starts off with some mezcal. A full ounce of that. And some reposado tequila. 3/4 of an ounce of that. And 3/4 ounce of the Batavia-Arrack. To that we add 1/2 ounce of lime juice. Half ounce of falernum. Now this falernum is one that I made, and I try to make a lot of syrups and things myself, so that anytime there's sugar or something that's got a lot of carbs in it, that I could use a sugar substitute or try to find something that will be of lower carbs. So this is one that I made, and there's a 1/2 ounce of this. Falernum usually has a pretty forward taste. You can buy velvet falernum in the liquor store if you have a pretty good liquor store. But again, I make my own. And then the next thing is an odd spirit. It's called cumbre, and that I looked that up, and I don't know if it was South American or Spanish or what, but it was kind of like a brandy / cognac spirit with some anise. So the recipe that I'd found for this drink said if you don't have that, you could use herb saint. I don't have that either. So what I thought I would do is, it's only a 1/4 ounce. So what I was going to do is just shy of a 1/4 ounce of brandy, and just a small amount of anisette. Or you could use some of the other anise forward liqueurs. But this gives it that kind of a black licorice taste. So just a small smidgen of that. I think that will hopefully be as close as possible to the Cumbre. And if it isn't, I would have no idea because I've never tried that and it's something I've never seen. But if you're making this, a substitute for Cumbre is cognac or brandy. So that would be what you might want to use. But again, I just add a little bit of the anisette so I can get that little bit more of an anise taste. So you do that and you shake that on ice. Actually, there's also a dash of Angostura bitters, and it doesn't say to add that afterwards, so I think that we'll add that into the drink. That's just one dash. And then you shake for 20 to 30 seconds until it's chilled. And that's definitely chilled. And it says to fill a tall glass with pebble or crushed ice, and I have some crushed ice here. Strain that. And it says for garnish to use a grapefruit peel twisted. I'm using grapefruit juice, so didn't have, I hope I remember to put the grapefruit juice in there. I didn't have, I'll taste it and I'll see if it's got grape juice in there. Nope, I don't think that I added the grapefruit juice. I did add the falernum. So either this is going to have too much grapefruit or not quite enough. Now I'll add a little extra ice, which is fine because there was plenty of room in the glass. Kind of follow your directions. Make sure you don't forget something, like I often do. So there we have the smoking jet pilot. That's very unique. I don't think that I needed to put the anise in there. I think that there was enough funk taste from this, but it's not bad. And jet pilot's a pretty good cocktail, so this is just a variation, and it gives a little bit more of a funky, smoky taste, especially with the mezcal. So don't put the anise in, just use some brandy. I think that'll work out best. But otherwise, it's not too bad. If I'd have left that out, I think it would have been much better. But give it a try. The recipe will be in the description. And I think that's something that you might want to experiment with and get the flavors right for you. But it's an interesting drink, and definitely with a very interesting spirit. So that's it for this week. I'm going to do one more cocktail with this spirit next week, so come back and join me for that. I think that if you can get a hold of some of this, go ahead and do so. If you can't, then use a little bit of a more funky rum, maybe some Don Q Cristal, which has a little bit of funk with it. And I think that would be okay. It wouldn't give you as much as the funk flavor as what this would have. But it depends on what your palate is, whether you want that or not. So go ahead and give it a try. Remember to please like and subscribe and share this channel with people. Help me to build the channel and get get more views on this so that it gets published out to more people. I'm trying to make sure that we get this information out to help people with lower carb cocktails and just cocktails in general. If you don't care about the low carb part, I do go over a lot of cocktails, do a lot of videos on reviewing different spirits. So I think that this is something that you should enjoy, and your friends might as well. So definitely let others know about it. There's a Facebook page also, so you can join that and use this as a place that we can have discussions about ways to make things with lower carbs. Also, as I mentioned last week, for this, if you do get some of this spirit, I did go look for some other cocktails, and there's maybe 9, I think, that I captured. Those I could put in a PDF and make them available if you want, or point to, there was mainly one website that I found them on, so I might just put that website on in the description. So again, it's a very interesting spirit, good drink. Don't add the anisette to it. Just use some brandy. I doubt that you're going to have the cumbre, which is what's called for. But so I would, what I would do, I would just use some brandy or cognac as a substitute. Come back next time and join me for another episode where we'll go over another cocktail. Thank you, and see you next time.